live tonight here with the Lost Boy Syndicate. If y'all want to, y'all can just introduce yourselves a little bit, let people know who each of y'all are.
What's good? I'm Jay Future. Jay Future. I rap.
He's MC. I'm Hayes. I produce it also. And then I'm Gib. I guess I'm the singer of the group.
Yes. So the Lost Boy Syndicate, how long have y'all been making music together?
Like this iteration of this has probably been like this way. It's probably been for like less than a year. Like between like the three of us, like making music way, it's probably been like less than a year.
So was it initially just the two MCs, and y'all felt like y'all wanted to bring on the GIB?
Well, I mean, it depends on how far back you really go, honestly, because I mean, we all knew each other in high school. We were homies before we ever even like really started making music. I mean, I always played like instruments and stuff, but way back in high school, like me and Gibby were in a band together, and we had some other homies that we would just like mess around, just jamming with and stuff. And eventually, I started messing around with like GarageBand and Ableton, all that stuff, making beats. And it kind of just like we would always just it started out we were just like having fun making music, at first, and like then for a little bit we had the homie Sal we were working with for a while. Shouts out him. He'd been making a wild style. He's been making sick beats recently. At his next tape for sure. But we were working with him for a while, and then I mean it's kind of just when was it, like 2019 I guess technically is when this
it was
started.
late last
year. The first time Gabe really got on the track was like 2019. So
yeah, man. So your last album, Conflict, y'all had a lot of interesting tracks on there, trying to blend together, y'all multiple styles and stuff. Well, first off, just shout out to all three of y'all. Appreciate y'all coming on the show, most definitely.
Appreciate you for having us.
Thank you. Sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Anybody that's out here really putting their foot to the pedal and trying to really push their music, man, I'm all for supporting that. So absolutely, it's good to have y'all on. I know, Hayes, you got some crazy beats, man. One thing I noticed in y'all music is just the variation in it. Even within one song, y'all might go through different transitions throughout the track. So y'all just bring a lot of different flavors into your music. So I just want to shout y'all out and commend y'all for creating, stuff that's out of the box and unique, So where y'all coming out of? Where y'all representing?
We're out of Raleigh, man.
Yeah, definitely out of Raleigh. Definitely out of Raleigh.
So how is the music scene out in Raleigh? How would you all describe that?
I think there's a lot of low-key fire in Raleigh right now. I think we're about to be coming up in the next few years. There's a lot of people. I feel like, Chris Jordan, we've been messing around. We've got some stuff with him coming. He's been killing it. He's got crazy bars for sure on some soulful beats. Like I said before, Sal, he's got an insane style. Keith, he's got that hard, that dark stuff. It's like there's a lot. Kobe Ryan too, one of our other boys. He's got some dope stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have been.
Yeah, shout out Keith the Rebel for sure.
Big fact.
Yeah, so for anybody who is unfamiliar with your music, can y'all describe how would you describe your music, and what are y'all bringing to the game that's going to set y'all apart from other MCs and groups out here?
I mean, like I don't even know like what I would call it, like what we are like as like a genre. I mean, it's definitely hip hop, like it's hip hop for sure, but like I don't know exactly what type of hip hop I would say, because like that's why we're releasing a new tape coming up, and that I feel like that's gonna be like way more along the lines of like what we are and like what we're gonna be and how that's gonna sound. Hit on so many different type of like styles at this point. Like they're like stuff like you can't even find anymore. Like we hit on, like we did all the boom bap stuff. We had a bunch of, I don't know, it was more Asian even cultured sounding beats type album, and then we went through experimental, and I don't know, like we've hit a lot of weird, like, and we've also done trap too, so like we've hit a bunch of different types of genres, so like I don't know exactly what it would be.
Right. You don't want to put yourself in a box, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, we like so many different styles of music. There's just so many different influences, just so much good stuff out there that I like to try and just, you know, pull from all these different places. I mean, I like to call it like progressive hip hop almost, or maybe like fusion hop or something. Like, because we try to blend as much as we can. Like, I always just want to be versatile and have as many different styles. You know, I want to show that we can do so much, because I mean, we got the two MCs, we can play off each other well because we've been rapping together for a while now, and like Gibby just comes in with the soulful vocals and stuff, and I feel like he just brings in a whole nother aspect. And like we don't even, I mean, it's pretty much, I would say 95% of the time in house. Like it's all being played. Every once in a while there might be a sample here and there, but rarely.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems like you know, trying to draw out the rock influence that Gibb is bringing to the table. You know, I think I think it's dope. First off, but do y'all find a challenge in kind of trying to blend y'all styles together, or does it feel kind of a natural fit?
I'd say it's pretty natural. I mean, that's
Yeah.
I mean, I would say it seems pretty natural since we've really had a chance to work together a lot more recently. It usually starts with Matt making the beat, and then at that point, it's usually whoever the three of us comes up with the first piece of the lyrics, and then we all just kind of work together. So, I mean, hopefully it's reflected in the music, but I don't want to speak for them, but I know for me, it feels very fluid, feels very easy to work with them. It all just usually comes together.
Yeah, I mean, it does. It feels natural. You know what I mean, in terms of as a listener. But I just think in terms of the creation process, is it sometimes like, hey, this beat is too fast for me to sing on, or this isn't really my lane. You know, do you feel like y'all have to sort of change the dynamic of the music to fit more of that authentic rock and roll singing style in there? You know, or did it just fit in? You know what I mean? And that's what made y'all want to add him as a part of the group.
I feel like it kind of just fits in because, like, I feel like we'll all give each other like constructive criticism on like anything. Like sometimes they'll be pointing out things in the beats, like, "Hey, like, what if we tried this?" Or,
Right.
like, just like added this part here, and you know. And then sometimes like someone with lyrics, like, "Hey, like, what if you tried like putting like these words in?" Like, we play off each other well. I feel like so. It's more of a laid back style. Usually it starts, I feel like, yeah, like Gibby said, like I'll like make a beat or something, and then one of us will be vibing with it or something. So somebody starts writing something, and they'll probably lay it down first, and then after that, it kind of just goes from there. Like someone else comes up with a chunk, either he'll come up with like a little hook, or I'll start writing a verse or something. And it kind of just like goes.
Yeah, that's cool, man. What do you do y'all have any influences? Not that you will model yourself after anybody, but in terms of groups that y'all have seen, do you feel like you're kind of a whole new thing?
Well, for groups, we gotta say Flatbush is a huge influence for us. I mean, I probably wouldn't have ever even thought about trying to make rap music if it wasn't for them. Like, they're one of my favorites for sure. I'm a huge Clips fan. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
random individual artists, I feel like that we just all like.
Yeah. I would like to ask y'all actually if y'all could individually just say who some of y'all major influences are.
Okay, so I mean, I definitely Flatbush. I definitely like the Underachievers a lot. Outkast, I'm a very, very, very big fan. I don't know, like other people. I mean, I definitely like Kendrick and people like that. I like Freddie Gibbs a lot. Yeah, definitely a big. I like all the musical shit and stuff that they do. But yeah, I mean, those are some pretty big ones right there.
Yeah. Probably for me, I just try and listen to a wide range of singers. I mean, I like hip hop, but I don't really listen to it that much. A lot of that,
Mm.
you know, the influence, or hey, Gibby, listen to this, check this out. But specific people, I'd say for me, I know I used to listen to a lot of Robert Plant. I've listened to, you know, George Harrison. I listened to just that sort of era, you know, just everybody in that
Funkadelic
era.
too.
Yeah, Funkadelic.
Yeah,
Yes, I
Yeah.
love Funkadelic. I'm a big Eddie Hazel fan. He's a guitarist from Funkadelic. I love
Mm.
Eddie. Just more that type of scene. Just again, just for the singing aspect, you know, just pick up. Oh, they did that something like this. They did something like that. One song in particular, I know that I kind of found this summer that I was really into that has been an influence on me is Terry Reid. He has an album called Seed of Memory. He actually has a track from that album called Seed of Memory.
Mm.
I think the best vocals I've ever heard, just me personally.
Oh yeah, that's cool, man. I think it's dope that you're, you know what I mean, you're bringing a whole nother element that and influences and inspiration that are is coming from a different place, you know. As an artist, you can always appreciate all types of music, you know. So I think that's dope for sure. What about you, Hayes?
I mean, of course, Flatbush Freddy is another one that he said. I'm a fan, probably like Royce 59 too. Just like a lot of random stuff down to like the classics like Yes or like maybe like Dream Theater if we're talking more like technical like rock stuff like Polyphia. So I just like anything. I mean, down to weird things like Constructus Corporation. I've never even heard about them before. But they were so they were early. They were like back in like 2002 or something.
Yeah.
So weird, real conceptual stuff talking about like crazy out there things with all the beats like we're making like these soundscapes and stuff. So I always try to just pull different influences here and there, you know. Comes to guitar, I might try and get a little heavier sometimes, maybe a little smoother, a little jazzier if I can. Cause I'm also a big FKJ fan, if you know him.
I'm not familiar, but I'm making note of all these people y'all are mentioning that I haven't heard of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a lot of random different styles. I feel like we try to just blend our favorite parts of different things and then just put our little personal twist onto it because we always trying to put it through our filter of our lives and try and make it more like, oh,
Yeah. Now this last album, Conflict, I don't know how much y'all want to talk about that. I know you have a new project coming out on next week,
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
November 23rd.
23rd.
November
November
23rd.
23rd. Everybody, make sure y'all check it out. It's going to be on all the streaming platforms and stuff.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, as far as conflict, I mean, I feel like it was a little more raw, a little just more loose as far as like the ideas and stuff. It kind of just came together. We kind of just picked some of our favorite beats that we had at the time and stuff. But this next one for sure, I definitely think is going to be a lot tighter and a lot better insight into what we're offering, what we're going to be doing.
Mm-hmm. Is it similar to the More Times Than I Can Count single that y'all put out?
For sure.
Yeah. I don't want to speak for these guys, but I do think that like, if you were to just take that one song from the track, or excuse me, not the track, but the album, it kind of, I guess, encapsulates the group because it just goes from one guy to the next. And at least hopefully people enjoy it. Hopefully people feel this way about it, but it feels like it kind of flows like from person to person, just through the music. And that's kind of what we're going with this new album, I guess, with each song.
Yeah. Do you have plans for any music videos?
Yeah, we got a little something in the works. We got
Yeah,
a little something in the works.
have a-
4
we
more
have
times
some-
that I can count.
Yeah.
Actually, it'll probably come out after the album release.
Yeah, probably like a week or something like that. Something like that.
Yeah, we're just putting some finishing touches on that.
Yeah, I think we've pretty much shot everything we want, right? I mean,
Just about.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I saw a little sneak peek of that. It was looking pretty dope.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So is there Hayes, you're handling all the production. Are y'all reaching out to other producers at all?
Not on Conflict. It was all me. On Vernacular, it's gonna be all me. I mean, we've sent them out to be mastered and stuff. But as far as like actual beat production and mixing and all that, yeah, it's all me.
yeah, it's usually only like if it's gonna be on a whole project, probably gonna produce everything. Like, is it? I think we only have like 2 or 3 songs, maybe that like we.
Yeah,
So
there's a
like,
couple singles that came
yeah,
out a
and
little
they're just
earlier.
singles. So
Yeah.
yeah, usually if it's a project, like it's gonna always be him.
No, that's dope. It adds kind of a cohesive sound to the project, you know.
Like I said earlier too, like they definitely be helping out here and there, tweaking, like always giving in their input too. Like we're always just want to try and make it as good as possible. So, like, oh, any idea?
Yeah, I mean that's a sign of a good group. You know, you got to be able to give each other constructive feedback and also listening to each other's feedback and respecting each other's opinion enough to maybe try something that you wouldn't have done yourself. Just trusting your other members of your group for sure.
Facts. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we all got the different influences, you know. There's something because I feel like I tend to like a little harder music sometimes, or a little more like out there things, and like they all just bring everyone just brings what we like to the table, and we just we all try and put our little
Yeah, absolutely. Now, in terms of your album title, Vernacular, for your new album, how did y'all come up with that title? What does that mean to you?
I think weren't we all just in the studio?
Yeah,
And we just figured that one based on its definition. I think. I mean, I'll let Jay.
just because like the whole little is 7 songs, but each song is just kind of is either a it's just all about us. Like it's not like using like a particular type of language or anything like that, but it's just about us. Like stuff like that, stuff that we like, things that we feel, stuff like that. Like it's just more. I don't know, just about us. So I felt like we all felt like it made sense.
Yeah, like that's the Lost Boy vernacular. Like here it is.
Mm, okay, that's dope. Yeah, what about the conflict? Was that just kind of in a random name, or was there something that inspired that title?
Like I mean, like the whole conflict album, like it was a whole concept, everything like that. Like it was 2-sided. Like there were 2 sides to it. Like the thing about that, like I think it was probably we were probably a little too ambitious, like a little too quickly. Like that's the thing. I still like what we were doing and everything on it. Like I do, but like I don't know if we got it like totally across, like the whole concept of everything. So it was supposed to be like it was supposed to be like a conflict of the mind. Like that is it's what the whole album was supposed to be about, just like us in particular. Because I'm not gonna lie, like 2019, that year sucked, and that year kind of sucked for us. So like that's what that whole album was supposed to be about. It was just supposed to be kind of like that whole year and trying to put it in a perspective in that type of way. But I don't know if we got it totally across in the right way. Plus, I think we can. I mean, we can rap a lot better now. He can sing even better than that point. I think Matt's better at making beats. So
Yeah. Yeah, so but just the conflict of, you know, your internal battle within yourself.
yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed those themes kind of across the album and just even on more times than I can count, you know. Just the idea of dealing with those internal struggles and trying to almost keep yourself sane when your mind is racing, right?
yeah, definitely. I mean, it came to like a kind of somber ending because like at the end of the album, like what I mean, our problems are not solved. Like I mean, we're definitely not at the point in our life where we want to be. Like that little snippet at the end, like that's all real. Like that's how we feel. Like I don't know if I'll ever be able to get to that point, like where I'm totally happy and everything like that. So I don't know. That's how the year 2019 just had us feeling. So that's yeah.
But now y'all are on a different kind of energy. You feel like you kind of have your vision a little bit more figured out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I think we just feel. I don't know. Everything does feel a little bit more hopeful now. Like there's definitely like personal moments like on this tape, but like there's definitely more upbeat vibes and everything like that. Because everything like if you were to like really listen to the Conflict album and listen to it all the way through, like it's a little depressing,
Yeah.
and this is not
dark.
quite as like I would say. There are definitely high points, and what we're doing next.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I listened to the album a couple times through, and yeah, you're right. I mean, you talk about a lot of deep subjects on there, but with the name of your group, just feeling lost, it kind of fits the aesthetic.
Yeah, it kind of fit. It kind of fit.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Now you have a lot of different features that y'all kind of sprinkle into the album, and some of your singles you put out. You got a lot of dope features first off, but how do you choose who you're working with, and what's that process like of collaborating?
is usually, I mean, it's usually like I don't know, like just if you're in like the studio with us, and it's usually if Matt's like making a beat with someone or making a song, because
Yeah.
I don't know. There's only been like twice I think where we've had like a song ready, like for someone to be featured on. It's usually when they're like in the studio with Matt, like doing stuff like that's what Keys did. I think that's what Sugar Bush did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's basically what Jenna did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that song with Jenna Casella, is that her name? Casella?
she's fire. She needs to get on more stuff. She definitely needs to hop on more stuff. Start doing more music. She's got a great voice.
Yeah, I thought that concept of that song was pretty interesting, Mr. Driscoll.
Yeah,
It's, can you describe that song to the people out here a little bit?
yeah. That song is actually about him. The guy. I mean, he's the cover of the album Conflict too. His name is Bobby Driscoll. He was actually actually like the original voice of Peter Pan. So it just kind of fit in the Lost Boys aesthetic. I mean, he just has he is kind of a depressing story. Like, I can't lie. Like, that man got addicted to heroin at like, in the teenage years and stuff like that. He ended up dying when he was 31 of like hardening of the arteries and everything like that. And it just kind of like, I don't know. Like, I don't know why. Like, that story is always like, kind of like stuck with me. I cannot tell you why, but like, it just kind of like fits in with the aesthetic and everything like that, and just trying to be more personal, because like that is like what we're trying to do. Like, at the end of the day, like, we want to make that music that is more personal.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like drug use or getting past, maybe losing some friends. For me, I was thinking of the hook kind of like, Mr. Driscoll could be any friend that you might have lost.
Yeah.
Somebody that might just be lost in the drugs and you're wishing they would kind of come back to your life, or whatever it might be. But
yeah, facts. That's facts.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he had no one at the end. It kind of gives that feeling like I don't know. You just wish you were there. You wish you were there for someone or something like that. Because I mean, he had no one at the end. I mean, he died.
yeah. Well, now there are more times than I can count. Song is, I think it's a cool concept because you're talking about, pretty much flaky people. That's like something we all deal with, especially as artists and musicians, but just in life in general. Can y'all describe that people more times than I can count? I've been fucked over more times than I can count. How'd y'all put that song together? And what were you trying to say with that?
Well, I mean, it started, I just made the beat, and then I was just like working on it, and it just I just started kind of just flowing, and kind of just started coming together. It was like real late one night too. It was like 2 or 3 a.m. Like, I was just in the studio by myself. But I mean, it kind of comes from second line, honestly, like the don't expect shit and no one will let you down type part. Because like, I just thought like, I've just, you just put so many things on, you can expect too much from some people sometimes, and things like, I mean, I don't know, anyone could switch up on you at any point. Like,
Yeah.
people I've known for years do some like crazy things. So it's just like, that's kind of, I guess, what I was thinking at the time. Kind of just went from there. What did you come up with your part next, or was it Jordan? I don't remember what came after.
No, he laid down his part first.
Yeah. So he ended up sending me I think what he had so far. So I think he had the beat, and then he had his opening part, and he sent it to me just saying, "Hey, I made this. What do you think?" And I remember listening to it, and I'm thinking, "That's really cool. I like it a lot." And then, kind of like him, it just came together, and then I think we just kind of fit in from there. I think. I mean,
Yeah, you mentioned trying to connect with the cosmic energy, right? At one point, what did you mean by that line? You know.
I think it just kind of back to the fact that you could call me crazy, but I believe in vibes and energy. I'm not one of those people that I don't like let it rule my life type thing. But I do think it is a little bit of a real thing, and I do think there's like some common human connection. There's some common connection just to the rest of the world, and I think that when you get away from that maybe you need to get back to it, if that makes sense. And so that's just kind of what I meant with that is I guess, especially, with everything going on, in everybody's just everyday life, you kind of get so involved in doing things that you don't take a step back and just kind of enjoy the world for what it is and appreciate little things, appreciate the people in your life. So I guess that's just kind of what I meant by that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Now, do y'all have any with your next album? You have a few different features coming on there, or is it all just you three guys?
It's all three of us. It's just,
Yeah.
There's no feature, nothing. It's just all us all the way through. No samples, nothing like. Just
This is gonna sound really different. Like it's gonna sound different, but it's all like the way it comes together. It was about time like we all three made like a tape like this, like, and it finally got to this iteration or this form of the group.
Yeah, because Gib was on Conflict like on like 2 or 3 songs, but the majority of it was just me and Jay like rapping and stuff, and kind of just trying to play off each other however much we could, and just trying to express it that way. But like this time, I mean, we're all on every song except for one. I think there's one track where it's just me and Jay just going back and forth and stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like we just had more room to really explore like all the different options and just what we could do with our things.
Mm-hmm. Do y'all like ever think about potentially trying to like be on radio, or is it more like y'all want to stay kind of underground with it with your sound?
I know we're as big as we can.
I mean,
wherever
like,
we can go.
yeah,
I'd love to.
I don't want to be like underground like for the rest of my life and everything like that. Like, if I'll just get as big as Taylor Swift. Like I would not be opposed to it. I wouldn't feel like I sold out or anything like that. Like I
get paid off music.
But I mean, it's if we that is like as long as we're getting paid off music, it doesn't matter how big we really get. As long as we're like that is, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, I think you just want it to be enjoyed and appreciated. Like you don't want to make something and spend all that time and people not like it, right? So I know, for them and for me, whatever happens, however people have access to it, as long as they have access to it and they like it, that's all that I think we're really concerned with,
Yeah, at the end of the day too, it's just like we just enjoy the process. Like I genuinely like, and with this latest album more than ever in the past, I feel like I've genuinely like enjoyed like listening to it back. Like sometimes in the past, you hear a lot of artists be like, oh, like I hate my voice, like I don't like stuff like that, and I can definitely be like that a lot sometimes. But this is the first time I've really been like, yo, like I think this is fire. Like so, just stuff like that. And
yeah. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Oh no, I would just say like just enjoying the process, and I'm just doing all that stuff. And like if we could ever like reach out, like I personally, like when I have people that like I look at artists that have like actually like influenced me in my life or anything like that, they really like touched me, like that's like what I want to be able to do. Like I want people to be able to be like, yo, like I can relate to that, or like I can vibe with that. They've just like influenced me in some sort of way almost. So, like do that for just even one person, like that's dope to me. Like, and like if that on a large scale is just like being like going down as like a goat or something like that's great. Like I would love to be in those conversations, being around like the Kendricks and stuff, being brought up like that, because I feel like just like being able to create stuff, like create something like that that can actually touch people in a way is just sick. So if I could do, that's really what I wanted.
Yeah,
to
yeah. I mean, but that's what we want to do. Like, we want to be up there with people like that. Like, I know people might think that's a, I don't know. Like, they might not believe in that as much, but like, I mean, I know that's where every single person that is sitting here right now wants to be. So that's what we're aiming for.
Yeah, I think as an artist, you know, that's what you want to express yourself and you want other people to feel you, right? That's pretty much what it comes down to at the end of the day. It's like whether it's a million people or whether it's just a couple people, as long as you're authentic with yourself, right?
Yeah, facts.
Oh,
That,
yeah.
you have to
Oh,
be
yeah.
yourself. You have to be yourself, my guy.
Hmm. Yeah, I feel like Gibby mentioned that on the More Times Than I Can Count track. Yeah, what were you about to say, bro?
I was just making a joke. I was just saying masks are for Halloween. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself otherwise.
Right, yeah, 100% for sure. Yeah, man. Hey, once again, I appreciate y'all coming on the show, most definitely. I did want to open up the floor a little bit for you guys to plug what you got coming. If y'all want to, whatever y'all want to say to the people, I just want to give you a few minutes to say whatever you want.
I mean, we got our website. We got lostboysyndicate.com. You can find all the
Yeah.
updates and stuff on there. We got a little blog, we'll have merch coming soon also.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the album coming. We got the video coming very soon too. We got a couple singles we've been working on to follow up with.
We got a lot coming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've been grinding. We got some stuff in up our sleeves.
Oh, yeah.
So now is the time to follow you guys, right?
It is not time to sleep, my guy. That is for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so make sure y'all check out lostboysyndicate.com.
Yeah.
Facts. Lostboysyndicate.com.
Follow everything on the Instagram, the Twitter.
Yeah.
And as far as future stuff, bro, we gotta cook some stuff up too, man. You know, like we still got.
Yeah. You already know, man. I might come through there tonight if y'all chilling.
Dude,
we're
you might
chilling,
too.
bro.
We're chilling, my
Hey, shout out Raleigh. You know what I'm saying? We're close. I'm close enough. Yeah, for sure, man. I want to thank y'all again for coming on. You know, y'all have some dope music. Y'all got interesting style. It's a unique group dynamic that I don't think that I've seen personally, but I could see potential. Like any label could see the potential of what y'all are bringing to the table. You know, there's a big market for it. There is a big market for it for sure. So I don't know about Drake and Taylor Swift, but
Yeah.
I can still see millions of people fucking with your music. You know what I mean? Y'all bringing something real to the people. So most definitely, I appreciate y'all coming on the show. Is there anything else that y'all wanted to let the people know before we get up out of here?
I just want to say thank you. Thanks for having us and having us on the platform. It's been fun talking to you a little bit. And I don't know. I just hope the fans like it. You know, I hope they listen to it. I hope they like it. I hope it's worth listening to again. And that's it for me. Oh, no, I don't want to.
Yeah, we'll have when stuff starts actually happening, dude. We have to come back again.
100%. I'm happy to have y'all back on anytime. Y'all got something new. Shoot, y'all can come back, you know, in a couple weeks. Once y'all get the videos and stuff out, we can talk about that.
We can do it.
Hey, I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah, man. I know 30 minutes goes by like really fast when you're just talking about this kind of stuff. So before you know it, the interview's over. But hey, it's a great interview, and I really appreciate y'all coming on the show for sure.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Now, for everybody watching out there, big shout out to y'all. Everybody watching live, most definitely. And we're going to continue to put out more content for Hip Hop Tonight. We're going to check in with the Lost Boy Syndicate. Whenever they got something new, man, I'm happy to support, man. And once again, like I always say to any creators out there, man, stop consuming, start creating. Creating is probably the most satisfying thing you can do as a human, especially as an artist. But if you're not an artist, find a creative outlet. If you're out here depressed, just watching TV, jealous of everybody else, and make your own stuff, you're going to be amazed at how good it makes you feel.
That's fact. That is
Amen.
You
my
are
guy.
speaking the truth, bro.
Mhm.
Amen.
Absolutely, man. So once again, it's Hip Hop Tonight. I'm Cortez Hero. You're watching the Lost Boy Syndicate. We'll check y'all out next week, all right?
I've been fucked over more times than I can count. Don't expect shit and no one gon' let you down. Would you recognize me if I met you now? Wonder if you gon' cry when I'm in the ground. Around my town, 4 pounds, sitting shotgun.